Okay, we're putting down our pre-spray. As you can see, the carpets are they have some fairly good stains in them, but these are the kinds of stains that generally come out real easy. We're not going to use the Oreck Orbiter first on this one. We're going to go ahead and rub doctor it because of the way the schedule is set up for us today. And we'll come back and post-bond it if we need to, which basically means we'll go over with the Oreck Orbiter and scrub anything that doesn't come out with the rub doctor. But he's already sprayed the bedrooms and everything. So here in a few seconds, we're going to start up with the cleaning process, so stay tuned. Okay, we're getting ready to use the rub doctor and clean this living room, and if you can see it, it should show up on camera, it's fairly dirty. It's got traffic lanes in it, spills, the whole 9 yards. Now, normally we would use the Oreck Orbiter and pre-scrub this properly, and then use the rub doctor to rinse it out. But we're going to use the rub doctor without the Oreck Orbiter this time because someone looked at our dirtiest carpet video and they wanted to know, can you clean something like that with the rub doctor only? Because they know we use the Oreck Orbiter now. So we're going to show them what you can do by itself with the rub doctor because someone's interested in purchasing one of these machines. So anyway, here we go. Plug-in problem. Sometimes you get a cheap breaker. to change the water out. I'm going slow because I didn't pre-scrub, but it's cleaning the carpet. You can tell by looking. The stains are all coming out. When we're done, it's going to be immaculate. Pretty dirty. When they got all those stains, you expect it to be pretty dirty though. I don't know if the camera shows it, but it is coming out beautifully.
Yeah, when you go over it, you may not get everything on the first try, but just keep going and you can come back on things, little stains and stuff. Instead of spending a lot of time working on one stain, just come back to it later and try it again. That way it has a chance to just sit there. A lot of these stains start to fade out anyway with the pre-spray before you even get to them.
It is faster if you pre-scrub with an Oreck rubbler, but we're showing that you can clean these things without that. If you just want to buy this machine, you can afford to spend, $800-900 to get this and an over. All right, here we go. So it's not right behind me. If I can find a sensible place.
Sorry about the interruption. Maintenance guy came up there. We had to turn the camera off. And I had to go look at another job real quick. I can't talk in there with that machine running, so I was going to explain what happened. I'll show you where he's at on his progress because he's been working on it the whole time. It's been about 20 minutes, well, 15 minutes that the camera's been off. So you can see where he's at. I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and put the camera on the charger, and I'll come back after we let the battery charge up a little bit because we only got one battery. And I'll show you basically the finished results because he's still got 2 bedrooms to do. So we're gonna let the camera charge for a while, and then we'll return. So stay tuned. All right, we're still working on this one. Show you he's in the bedroom here. And this living room, we've raked the main part of the carpet because we want to help it dry, but also we can see as it dries if there's anything that needs to be redone. It looks pretty good so far. This carpet's pretty old and worn out, so we're not going to try to make it look perfect. I mean, if it's going to come out like it comes out. But we've got maybe a wax stain over there on the wall. But anyway, sometimes we do, I'll let you know, sometimes we do rake the carpets during the job, even though we're going to walk on them and have to re-rake them. But it just helps get it fluffy and helps it to dry a little bit better. And you really only have to rake the areas where your footprints are at. We're not going to walk on the whole carpet. But you can kind of see where I stopped raking at. And a lot of times on these carpets, the easiest way to rake, I'll show you kind of. If you're going to have to redo it anyway, you just push the rake because it's more aggressive that way. And then any footprints you get, like I'll put a footprint right there, all you got to do is kind of pull it back the other way. The rake does a good enough job, you can't really tell which direction it was raked from most of the time, so you can push the rake forward if you want a more aggressive pattern and also to fluff it up a little bit more. Now it is kind of hard on the rake, don't push it too hard, you don't want to break your rake, but you can do that if you have a carpet that's matted down real heavy. But anyway, we're still working on this, and let's see, he's got that off in there and he's dumping it. I'm not sure where he's at in here. The carpets, a lot of times, there's a lot of water in them when you're working on them, if you have a spot you scrubbed. So they're going to look a little bit rough when you finish, but when you dry later that day, all that stuff will disappear. But anyway, work in progress, so stay tuned. All right, this is the bedroom that he was working on, and it's basically finished. The white spot, the bright spot there in the center of the room, that's where their bed was at. So you can see that all the other stuff around it, the carpet's more worn out, so that makes it a little bit darker, and also the carpet's still damp. When the carpet's completely dry, it's going to lighten up a little bit, but you probably will always be able to see the traffic pattern that was left. And this carpet, we've raked most of it except just this one portion, and I'll show you, he's working back here. So you see that brown stain? The brown stain that was in the doorway is gone. Just a second. Alright, so anyway, we'll show you the final results when we get done with everything. Alright. So the bedroom is drying. We're going to probably come back and do some more work. We're going to have to take out that little bit. It looks like candle wax maybe in the corner of the room. We're going to have to take that out with a steamer. So we'll be back up here to do some more work later. I've yet to rake the hallway here and the rest of the living room. I'm going to do that real quick, but you get the basic idea what it looks like. It came out pretty good. Generally this is a lot easier when you have the Oreck Orbiter to scrub with. It's a lot faster, but you can do these with the Rub Doctor by itself. It's just you have to go over some areas a couple times.
Yeah, the whole point to this video was to answer a question, how much work can you do with just the Rub Doctor? And this is it. It took all the stuff out.
Yeah.
So, except for some candle wax and the Oreck Orbiter, you got to get that out with heat.
Well, that's going to be all for this video. So until the next time, thanks for watching.